Hillary Clinton going out on an excuses tour this week, talking about her election loss.
I take responsibility for every decision I made, but that's not why I lost.
Right. So what exactly were the reasons?
Go to Netflix, from the New York Times, Facebook, 1,000 Russian agents, Trump's Twitter account, the Democratic Party. It's very difficult, historically, to succeed a two-term president of your own party. Polling misogyny, women in the suburbs, Comey, WikiLeaks, voter suppression, fake news, all of that. And that's kind of what happened.
Exactly. With all these excuses, is it time for the Democrats to back away from her? And is this a good thing for the Republican Party? Here to debate this, former Director of Strategic Communications for Hillary Clinton, Adrienne Elrod. Adrienne, thank you for coming.
Thanks.
And Fox News contributor and radio show talk show host Tammy Bruce.
Hey.
Adrienne, I'll start with you. Do you think that, what is behind Hillary Clinton's approach right now?
Well, look, first of all, she has certainly earned the right to go out there and speak about what she thinks happened in this election. And why the results did not turn out in her favor. But first of all, she was at a technology conference. When she was speaking at Recode, she was talking about the deficiencies in technology of the DNC and how we need to work together as a party to improve on our technologies. But at the end of the day, she has certainly earned her right.
The DNC came out, their tech department came out defending what they did and what they had. Of course, the Obama administration was called out for not doing enough and leading the DNC in the mess they're in. And now the CIA, NSA, and FBI were told, according to her, by her camp, look out, the Russians are hacking, and they did nothing. So she's blaming all sides, Tammy. I'm wondering what the approach is here, and does that help Republicans, being that the former nominee is so angry at her own party?
Well, look, we're not surprised, of course. The problem with Hillary Clinton's candidacy, really, she was one of the worst candidates, I think, in the modern age, was her inability to engage with the reality on the street. She was, of course, reserved and removed during the campaign itself. But look, Donald Trump may have just saved us from the disaster of the Paris Accord, but every time she does go on television, and has earned that right, of course, she reminds everyone of the first disaster he saved us from, which was her. As a feminist, as someone who worked on the Clinton campaign in '92, this is in a way heartbreaking, because this is a problem with girls watching and other women watching. A woman who says she's a leader but will not take responsibility for what has gone wrong. Part of leadership is taking responsibility for the successes, but also for when things go wrong, so you can learn from them. So when it comes down to your question about good for the Republicans, clearly none of the Democrats have learned from what happened last year. They will never, I don't think they'll ever accept it. And so in that way, it'll be good for the Republicans. But this is a systemic problem as well, not just Hillary, but other Republicans who are not engaging or accepting the fact that Donald Trump's style is going to help get this nation off her knees. Right. It is different, and it's working.
What do you think about the fact that Joe Biden came out and had a negative thing to say about his campaign? You have Cory Booker trying to emerge, and Bernie Sanders, clearly the most popular. What do you think the right thing for Hillary Clinton to do for her party would be? This?
Well, look, I think, first of all, what she's doing is she started a new PAC that is putting her donor network to good use for the resistance and all the other organizations out there that are mobilizing Democrats for the midterm elections and for 2020. But, you know, again, I want to go back to something that Tammy just said. Hillary Clinton has owned this. She has certainly admitted that she had deficiencies that contributed ultimately to the loss, but she's also making it very clear that outside factors such as the Russian influence in the elections, WikiLeaks, changed a lot of voters' minds at the last minute.
But here's what I will remind you. She is doing exactly what she accused Donald Trump of potentially doing if he lost. It was complete projection. It was she is refusing to accept the nature of what the American people have chosen, because our families matter, our future matters. And this was about recognizing leadership. And every day we've learned that that was the right decision in November.
She is alienating some Democrats, Adrienne, but I could definitely appreciate your point of view, especially if you're pulling for her and work for her. It's going to be very interesting to see who emerges. Adrienne Elrod, thanks so much. Tammy Bruce, great job.
Thanks, guys.